feeling.
OK. It is an intriguing storyline. It'd be interesting to see if anybody disagrees with you guys, because the message is coming through very loud and clear. You can't just have one drink. Let's find out. Kirsty.
Somebody who does is Hugh on line 4.
Good morning, Hugh.
Good morning.
So you think you can have a drink?
Yes, now, I was drinking heavily for 5 years. A bottle of litre a day, a bottle of vodka a day, which is quite heavy. But now, thanks to, it's from America actually, called SMART, Self-Management and Recovery Training. I have been sober for a year, but drinking occasionally at weddings and funerals, etc. So yes, I can have a drink, but know when to stop.
OK, Hugh, were you an alcoholic, or did you... I don't even... this is definitely not an area of expertise. Were you an alcoholic, or were you just someone who drank quite heavily for a short period of time?
Well, I was addicted to alcohol. I was definitely an alcoholic. For 5 years, it ruined my life, ruined my marriage. A litre bottle of vodka per day, yeah, I was definitely an alcoholic.
So, having said it ruined your life and ruined your marriage, why on earth would you want to have another drink? Why would you even risk it?
Well, to know that all those years before I lost my business, I could be a social drinker and enjoyed a drink. But unfortunately, drink took over my life. And I'm glad that where I am just now, that it's not taken over my life. And I can go to social events and have a small drink.
What about your nearest and dearest? Are they thrilled you're having the odd drink, or are they terrified every time they see you going to a wedding or a funeral?
Well, unfortunately for myself, the drinking ruined my marriage. So now I have a new partner, and my new partner never really did drink very much. But, you know, old partners, I'm afraid, are gone.
OK, and I don't know, but it strikes me you're playing a dangerous game. I've not heard of this SMART thing before. I'll look it up when I leave the show. But would you advocate what you're doing to other people who've had drink problems?
In Scotland now, the SMART movement is here, I say movement. It's through the Addiction Services Ad Action that I went to that, and I'm learning, and I'm still learning. No, I don't think that I'm playing like Russian roulette. I know for a fact, over a year now, that I can go out the odd weekend and take a drink and stop, know when I have had enough.
Can I mean, without... as briefly as you can, what is it that you've got from this SMART programme? Is there a key piece of information you can share that's given you this confidence, that's enabled you to effect this change?
Yeah, well, the support is always there. When I was watching Coronation Street the other night, I thought that at that meeting there wasn't the support, because he was left to just go out and drink and think everything was fine. But when you can go back to the meeting, I still attend the meetings weekly, and I still go there, and I hear and I get the support. I think ongoing support is what you really need.
OK, OK. All right, Hugh, fascinating call. Good luck to you. Let's have another.
We have Sarah on line 1.
Sarah, good morning.
Good morning.
So what do you make of that call, then?
No, I'm sorry. I completely disagree with everything. You know, I can't say for, you know, that guy, you know, what he said was right, but I've battled with this for years, and every single time I've drunk, it's got worse. I mean, I was drinking huge amounts, and then I stopped, and I was going to AA. I convinced myself that I was fine. I was like, I don't need this, I can do it. Didn't go to AA meetings for a long time, and then went out with my friend one day, and I said, I'll have a glass of wine. And he said to me straight away, you shouldn't do this. And I went, I'll be fine. I'm fine, I'm fine. And literally within a couple of weeks, I'd spiralled so quickly downhill, was drinking more and more amounts of alcohol. It was unbelievable, the amount I was actually taken into hospital. I didn't want to go. They had to come round and take me from my house. And I've got 2 children, and I was taken into hospital, came off of that, and even now, I've still got fears in my mind.
Well, I'm just wondering, so you said you stopped doing the meetings and then eventually had a drink. Now, the previous caller, he was quite clear that he continues to go to meetings, and it's the support he gets from the meetings that enables him to have the self-control to have the odd drink. See, the thing is, I do understand, you know, I do understand AA, and I do understand the programme, but sometimes it's really hard for me to go to a meeting because I spend an hour and a half in a room talking about drink. And that...
Do you understand what I'm saying? That actually is quite hard.
And that's the bit, and that you know, I can see.
To me, it seems that this disease is so strong. I mean, you've got a woman here with children, and you would think, you know, you could be kept sober by your children. You would think that the love for your children would be so great. The fact that lots of people who do have children fall off the wagon shows you that it's not just a take it or leave it. You know, for people who don't have any addiction problems, they'll never understand what it's like. They can have a glass of wine.
I saw you trying to get in there,
if you've
Linda, as
seen
well.
it.
Yeah, I think that something that is very hard to wrap the mind around is that they will tell you in those rooms that it is a progressive disease. Now, we all know that that means the more you drink, the harder it is for you, but it progresses even when you're not drinking. And that's the hard thing to understand. So the disease is always there, according to them, which means that the next time you drink, it's that much more damaging for you because, you know, it's not like you go back to 0 and start up to 3. You go from 0 to 15 and then you get sober. And then if you drink again, you're starting at 15. So that's what makes it progressive. Somehow it grips the mind in that way.
I mean, Sarah's point that she found that going to the meetings, I can see the logic that actually talking about it puts it back into her consciousness, and that almost feel the irritation that might cause.
That is a huge complaint of mine. I mean, I only went for a year, and I would say nothing against that program because I know it has helped millions and millions of people. But doesn't it seem strange that you have to go to a meeting every day and talk about your disease?
But it's interesting.
You spend an hour and a half talking about your disease, instead of living in the wellness. I mean, you know, you're constantly reminded that you're sick, you're sick, you're sick.
But Linda, you're also there to help other people. It's one thing that alcoholics, because they're fundamentally selfish people. It's all about me, 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 me. And actually, one of the points of AA is actually start thinking about other people, about facing the behaviour, facing the damage you've caused, and helping other people with your knowledge. And that's a good healing
being
process.
in a relationship with an alcoholic, you're also an enabler. Absolutely. You know, and that puts a lot of onus on the person that's in that relationship with the alcoholic.
It is interesting. People like Linda, and I know others that they do it for a spell and they want to move on, but don't have a drink. And there are other people I know, years down the line, and they're going 3 times a week.
Or 3 times a day. And that's all right. Whatever it takes to keep you sober and keep your life in order.
Absolutely, well said. Thank you for the call, Sarah. Good luck to you. And for those of you who may have a problem with alcohol and want to address it, the Alcoholics Anonymous helpline number is 0845 769 7555. We'll put that on our internet website as well for you. After the break, hopefully some fun. Would you want to know if your partner was using Viagra? Do you think you could tell? Would you be disappointed if you knew they were getting support in the pants department? Would you feel less of a woman if you knew that you're a lover? There's a question. 0207 173 5555. That's the number to call. Personally, I reckon you'd be too breathless to care, but we'll find out after another short quick break.
How long does it take for Viagra to start working? 30 seconds, 3 minutes, or 30 minutes? Find out in 3.